Hello, Education 1301. Here's your Week 5 explanation. We're continuing on with the ideas of current trends and issues. We're looking at some ideas of different types of schools that are out there, as well as laws that currently govern and have governed education. So there's going to be your quiz, a discussion, and field experience 2 that will be due. The first set of lecture materials has to go over part of the laws. Watch this Waiting for Superman video. When you click on the link, it will take you here, and you will watch it here. This one came out in 2011, so it is 9 years old. However, the design of the schools that are there, the issues that are there, the testing scores are still about the same. We haven't risen it, so much of this still applies, and it gives you a backdrop to better understand the educational landscape. Then here's No Child Left Behind. Now in the 60s, there was the Elementary and Secondary Education Act that came out by Lyndon Baines Johnson. And so every 10 to 12 years, they reauthorize it. And this includes things like Title I. If you know what a Title I school is, that's a school that's population and students come from some form of poverty. And so they are low-income students, and how the federal government helps support them, providing additional funding. Here's a video over it. I've made a PowerPoint as well. And then here's the Every Student Succeeds Act. So No Child Left Behind, which came out during Bush, and the Every Student Succeeds Act, which was approved by Obama, are reauthorizations of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. So what is different from when George Bush authorized it versus when Obama reauthorized it? The next set of lecture material goes into types of schools. Now there is a web link to the differences between public, private, magnet, charter, and more. And so we may have some experience with private. Magnet may be new for you guys. Charter's in the No Child is in the Waiting for Superman video. Here is a video over charter schools. And here's one over homeschooling. With COVID-19, a lot of parents have chosen to withdraw their children and educate them on their own. How do you do that? How does someone graduate from homeschool? Do they get a GED? Do they get a high school diploma? I mean, do they have dances? Things along those lines. And then here's the Texas Homeschool Coalition website, which will give you a little bit more. Then you have your Module 5 quiz over the lecture materials, where you will get 2 attempts. Next is going to be the discussion over the Every Student Succeeds Act. This is going to probably be the reauthorization that you will begin teaching under. So do some additional research and then think, is there a minimum standard we have to hold all children to? Now, I realize that every student is unique. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has different intelligences that they excel at. But is there information that every student needs to know? Like, do they need to know their multiplication facts? Should they be able to read a menu? But should they have to do calculus? Where do you draw that line? And how do you make sure that every student knows that? Because right now the solution is these high stakes testing. If you don't pass a test, you don't move on to the next grade. There's a lot of stress that goes with these high stake testing. And then what have you seen exceptional teachers do to engage students? And do you ever stop trying? If a child has given up and they come to school and they don't ever do their homework and they never turn anything in and they disrupt the classroom, do you ever stop trying? What do you do with that child? And then have we hurt schools and children with this high stake testing? And then how do we fix it? Now I realize that this is probably a new discussion. I've had a lot more years to think and ponder this problem, but you've just come from a world of testing. What do you think needs to be different about it? How do we change it? So you're going to have an initial post and 3 comments by the 24th. Next is going to be Field Experience 2, which is a diversity assignment. So you're going to go to T-Test. And you are going to click on, it didn't actually give me the right link. So you're going to, hold on, deposit. So come over here and you're going to go to calibration videos. Then you're going to come over here, and these are what they are. They're videos of teachers teaching in the classroom, and some of them have taught really well, and you can look at their rating sheets. So you can see this one, improvement needed, developing. So I didn't select videos where the teacher got a lot of low marks. I want you to see, and the two I let you select from are 4th grade ELA or 7th grade AVID. Which one is more interesting to you? Let me go back to these. So when you click on this evidence sheet, you can see she's proficient, proficient, proficient. She's got one that's developing, and you can read the feedback if you'd like to, but go ahead and watch this 42-minute video, or then there's the 7th grade AVID one right here. So watch one of those videos. Spend some time really looking at children and students, because that's what we're going to be talking about. You can look, race is something that's really identifiable, but do you notice anything about socioeconomic status? What about gender? What about the interest level of the kids? What else can you tell by their answers, by their attention span, those different types of things? These are some guiding questions for you. You're going to write it up in 1 to 2 page using the APA formatting. And so that is your week 5 explanation, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the discussion board.